tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your #1 source in after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
So regal. Season premiere. Season premiere. Season premiere. Take it, Nat. Season premiere. Season premiere. Dale on the drums. Season premiere. Season premiere. Kaori on the accordion thing. Okay. Season premiere. Season premiere. Season premiere.
Johnny, I'm pushing back the drunk guy.
I think that went as good as it could have.
Yes.
That's not saying much, is it?
Well, we're the band, and thanks to Kaori jacking up our microphone and our earpiece. Was that you that did that?
No, that was me.
Dude, I can't even hear. It's so loud in my eardrums right now.
We can fix it.
Okay, can we fix it? Okay, that's better.
Fix it.
A little bit better.
I fixed it.
Welcome to the season premiere, guys, of AFTERBUZZ Raw! Woo!
Is today the season premiere?
I don't know. I thought it'd be a good thing to say.
The NFL
It
is
is.
back, so they have to, I don't know, do something to make it seem exciting again.
And they did.
They said it 18 times, so I'm pretty sure it's a season premiere.
I'm willing to bet it was more than 18.
We counted, Johnny. How dare you?
I saw you counting, but I think you may have missed it too. Human error.
All right, fine. 20.
Over under season premieres, I'm saying 73. So
Oh,
I'm going to
You're
say
a
16
little
just to
under.
make it the same as the German suplexes.
yeah, it's true. 17, 16, 16.
16.
All
So
right.
over under.
Let's get to the hellos to everybody. We got a squad tonight. Obviously no Kathy Kelly, but you know what? We have an amazing team of people here sitting next to me. You can find her on Twitter at Kaorius. That's Kaorious.
Was that hard for you? A lot of vowels.
Really hard. I wasn't even trying to sell how difficult that was to spell. I didn't know. She's Kaori Takee. Did I say that right? Takee.
Kaori Takee.
Son of-
It's fine. It's fine. One day. One day.
No relation to George, though.
No. He has
Okay.
an I at the end. I have 2 E's.
Got it. So not even close.
No.
Okay, I am a fan of him, though. Are you?
I'm a fan of
Yes.
him. You were on the fence.
All right, sitting across from me, as you can see, he's the AfterBuzz Predictions champion, only for about 13 more days.
Oh, please.
Find him on Twitter at TheWalkingDale, and of course, he is my compadre on the Wrestling Compadre Slamcast on the Nerdist. He's Dale Rutledge.
Welcome to the season premiere.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all I got for you.
Flips. Flips everywhere. And I don't know, that's all I had. The only adjective I can come up with. Flips. Flips. That's a verb, actually. All right. Come buy a car down to the Toyota lot.
Wow, we should have drank. Did somebody drink before this? We should have,
I had
feel.
half a go, girl. I'm jacked up.
Oh, that explains
Dude,
it.
I flew from a different time zone today. My brain ain't working. Let's just enjoy this.
You're blaming the time
Okay.
zone, I
Yeah,
see.
blaming the time zone. Next to him, he's a friend of the show. You guys love him. Why? He's got a great mind. Very funny comedian. Find him on Twitter at Nat Baymel. That's actually more difficult than Kaorius. Natbaimel. He's Nat Baymel. What's up, brother?
I'm doing pretty well. Sorry for hurting your earballs.
No, it's okay. My earballs are fine now.
Balls.
So, guys, a lot to talk about here. A lot to talk about. Season premiere. So, pulling out all the stops. What better than starting with a steel cage match? Flat out.
Good point, really. It was a nice way to start off the season premiere.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get Jericho and Wyatt to start off a show, you know, no 15-minute talking segment, no highlight reel, no... What other talk shows have there been? No VIP lounge, no...
Peep show.
Peep show.
Miz TV, Piper's Pit,
Yeah, thank you. Piper's Pit I'd be okay with.
Cutting Edge.
But you get Cutting Edge.
Edge.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah.
So much wordplay.
Why don't they start off with more action more often? You would think that would be the way you
That's
want
true.
to lure people in. Like, look at this craziness, and then do a little talky bit.
And it's less writing, too. It's just, okay, go for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, that's the first segment done.
Yeah.
What's the first segment? Jericho and Wyatt for 30. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't gotta... That's no work.
If you're in the back, you get a break from the top of the show.
Yeah.
Hello.
And I guess this was the blow-off with Wyatt Jericho.
It seems like it. I don't think
Yeah, I think
we'll
they're
get into
done.
it later, I guess, more with Orton, but it doesn't seem like Jericho's going to be back for a minute.
I mean, I think him and Fozzy are hitting the road, right?
The Bear?
Yes, actually, yeah.
The Bear Band.
Yeah.
They're doing a two-man show.
I honestly would go to that stand-up show.
It's Chris Jericho and the Bear Band. Have you not? They also get the bears from Chuck E. Cheese, the ones that just shut down like this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole big thing, and
That's
he's
so
the singer.
cool.
It's pretty amazing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm really sad Animal's not on drums for that.
He wanted too much money.
Yeah.
That
Way too
animal.
much money.
Women and money.
Yep, that's
all he cares about.
That's the downfall of society. Women and cash.
Ooh,
You have a woman right next to you.
I know.
I can hear.
Hey, look, I already get slapped by Kathy. What's the worst she can do?
It's
I
know
can
what I mean?
slap. I can kung fu
Oh.
fight.
Are
You
you
should
lefty?
throw elbows.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah, what if she just gave me one of these? I should... Didn't even make a noise. I just fell down for 90 minutes.
that's what I can do, bitch.
New host of the show. All right, let's get into this. Nip and tuck to start the match, but Wyatt eventually takes control, slams Jericho off the cage, but then Chris hits the Hurricane Rana, or as you call it, the Frankensteiner, which was hilarious to me.
I just love calling it a Frankensteiner when anyone over 40 does it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing Scott Steiner do it maybe like 3-4 years ago, and it was the most terrifying spot I'd ever seen, as he did it off the top rope.
Anything Steiner does at this point is terrifying.
That is very true.
Like, I wonder how many guys trust Steiner in the ring. Not that we want to get in a Scott Steiner tangent, but
yeah, it's an entirely different
let's not get
hour
into
show.
all right, overall, Nat, thoughts on this match?
It was a really good match. Like, from the start, I thought it did what it should have done. The right man won. Wyatt needs to be rebuilt up a little bit, I think. He lost a little bit of steam after his Cena feud. He got all three of his guys beaten up by Cena 2 weeks ago, so now it was like, oh, look, they're a credible threat again. And he also didn't need his cronies to help him win.
That's true. Well, it was interesting, Dale, how the match ended. It almost, I didn't see it coming.
See, I liked it because it felt more real. We were talking about this while the show was on, but, you know, a lot of times there is a lot of like, and now I am climbing to win this match. Like, all right, get to it already.
Yeah.
But this one, it looked like he fell out on accident and won, you know.
Or the lights go out and a little kid singing. One of those two.
Not to mention, we should mention the giant splash that Jericho did.
Yeah.
I thought he was legit hurt. Like that, he sold it pretty well.
It was really good. Like, Seth Rollins, his specialty in the past couple months has been the "ow, I hurt my knee" off of a dive spot, and Jericho's like, "I can do that, kid. I've been doing that before you lace up those boots."
I give Jericho so much credit. He gets to the top of that cage and he stands there for a good 10 seconds, and then just like gives one of these like, "Well, I'm already here. What are you gonna do?"
It was the like Val Venus used to do the swivel of the hips up top. Jericho did the. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll jump
I mean,
to
it's
my
a quicker
doom.
way down.
Yeah.
God, I mean, you look at a guy like Jericho, he's so multi-dimensional. He's got a band that, I guess the new album debuted at number 54 in the charts. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He's hosted national television shows, and yet he still comes back and puts on amazing matches. I know you're a Cesaro girl.
That's okay. I can
But-
appreciate other handsome men.
Okay, not just the fact that he's handsome, just like, you know, I know he's no Cesaro to you, but when you see a guy like Jericho, especially in a match like this, it really didn't matter who really won. to
No,
you.
it doesn't. I thought it was a good match. I was entertained by it. I have kind of this issue with Bray at this point because he's just flat
What's the issue?
now.
What do you mean flat?
There's no motion. He had such momentum, and now they're just kind of, they don't know what to do with him. I say turn him face.
Ooh. I like that idea a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Jim Ross said the same thing this past week, so you and JR are on the same page.
What up?
Old JR.
That's a very good idea, especially now because this is a big reset for Bray. He won his feud with Jericho. It's a clean slate. He can start over because he was just sort of like pedaling water for a while there. It was just the
How do you
same
pedal
promo.
water?
Yeah, but with your feet.
Oh,
done it.
like
Like
paddling,
running.
like dog, like a little dog.
Yeah.
I think you meant like pedaling like a bicycle in the
Most
water.
people tread water, but it's kind of like one of those like spin bikes, but you know,
Got it.
water.
For electricity purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sometimes you'll lose power in your house, you know.
Get out and pedal water.
Alrighty.
I'll get the
Hydroplane.
candles.
Get the oil lanterns, please. But go ahead. You're right, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing anything. Now he's got a clean start, go on to another feud. Maybe it'll be a face turn, maybe it not. Either way, it was a lot of just the same promo every single week. And it was his delivery is always fun, but he just wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, it's great, but it's just kind of getting stale for
and
me.
that's the thing with a character like that. Stale is the last thing you want from him.
It's a slippery slope, though. If he's gonna go face, it's got to be for a real it's got to be against someone like Lesnar. If you're gonna go face,
that would be such a good match.
Yeah. And at this point, I don't know who else on that roster is heelish enough for Bray to turn face. Lesnar can definitely do it. I mean, if you want to make, wow, I mean, Lesnar's already monster heel, but him versus Wyatt, and somehow that could be done. Maybe he destroys the family. We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, anyways.
But,
dream.
I mean, either way, it was
Dream
cool.
Riders.
If Jericho's on his way out, I mean...
Which we kept hearing that it wasn't until Night of Champions that Jericho wasn't going to leave. I think it was like that Monday after or something.
Something like that.
But it looks like this has got to be it. He's not making it to the pay-per-view.
This
Not
is probably
after all that.
their last match. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not.
It was a good payoff, I feel.
But I mean, how
Yeah.
many matches are lined up for Night of Champions right now? Just 3 as far as I know.
I think there's more.
Tag team, Diva,
Intercontinental.
Main event.
Intercontinental,
Okay,
U.S.
4.
Championship.
Oh,
5.
yeah.
That's 5. But right now...
I think Rusev and Mark Henry might have a match.
But right now, Orton and Jericho both have nothing, right? You got to have Orton in there.
Correct.
I think Orton will be in
Reigns,
there.
too.
I would think
Reigns will
Reigns.
be in there. Yeah.
It could
Okay.
be Reigns Rollins, maybe.
It could
Yes.
maybe be a tag team of Jericho and Reigns versus Orton and Rollins.
Yeah.
The rumor was that Ambrose would make it back in time for the pay-per-view and do a Ambrose Reigns versus Rollins.
God, I hope not. Save him!
I would like to see that.
It sounds like a good match, but yeah, I mean, to your point, when you're booking out the rest of the year, I think you should save him and save that pop for Raw
Yeah.
or whatever.
Ambrose's return is going to be psychotic and amazing, and that's why I think they should drag it out a little bit.
Exactly. Don't put it on the pay-per-view. Like Monday after the pay-per-view would be the perfect time. Just, he was starting to get to that like big next level, and the fact that he's gone now, and I feel like you can feel his absence on Raw these past couple of weeks.
You can, because you can argue that he was the best part of the show.
Every single week, and now that he's gone, when he comes back, people are gonna realize we didn't realize we missed you, but we needed you, and we're so happy you're back. Please never leave us again.
I totally realize that, and I totally feel that right now. I really miss him. We were talking about that in the room.
Because Ambrose, as talented as everyone is, Ambrose brings something that nobody else has. He's got a weird combination of like, it's hard to even compare him to, like a weird combo of like Brian Pillman meets like borderline almost Bruiser Brody in a way. Like he's just completely out of his mind and just sells everything so well. And like what I love about Ambrose is when you watch him, it's like he has no idea he's on TV. Like he has no idea there's cameras on him. That's his life, and we just happen to be viewing his psychotic life.
And you never know what to expect out of it as well. Like I think even with Reigns, we can kind of pinpoint what's going to happen in an episode with him. But I feel like Ambrose is always like, what crazy ridiculousness is coming out of him this week?
Ambrose has a lot of years under his belt, more so than Reigns.
Yeah, every week it's like, what is Ambrose hiding in this week to attach Seth Rollins?
A bunny costume. No, we'll get to that.
People in the chat are saying save Dean for the Survivor Series.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long ways away still, though. It's another 2 months.
Rusev versus Wyatt. Ooh, that,
though.
okay. Rusev versus Wyatt. I can get on board with chat roll, perhaps.
That's right, Rusev versus Wyatt.
All right. So after this match, like I said, great finish. Sister Abigail. We'll see what happens with the Wyatt family at this point. Kane, Seth Rollins, Triple H backstage, saying, "Oh, it's a great start, season premiere." Randy Orton shows up and says, "With your permission, I'd like to destroy Roman Reigns." Triple H is like, "Yeah, sure. I mean, losing him, that's best for business. That makes no sense." But yeah, go ahead, beat him up. Quick segment.
Yeah.
Well, they don't like him.
I don't like him.
It's fine. What you gonna do?
Bagoo. Dolph Ziggler, after the commercial break, is in the ring talking celebrity nudes, everybody. He has some compromising photos of The Miz. One, he's getting a facial in his undies. Thoughts, Kaori?
I recommend a man to get a facial because it really cleans their face up.
Okay.
Not shaving, though. I like my man hairy.
So, well, yeah. I mean, you like Cesaro.
That's true.
So picture 2, he's shaving his chest. Miz's music hits.
You should come sit on this side of the table.
What? Cesaro's a hairy dude, is he
We're
not?
hairy dudes. That's all I'm
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
He's all proud.
Yeah.
Johnny can't grow a beard
Do
to save
you
his
wax
life.
or shave? Have you
No,
ever
no,
waxed or shaved?
I'm just not yet a man. I don't.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
He's waxed before.
No, I have not.
You're supposed to push the beard hairs out when you sleep.
That sounds like the worst night of sleep of all time, Dale.
That's so weird.
What are you
No, it
talking
works. Tell him it works.
Picture.
That's how
All
we do
right,
it.
so
lot of
Miz
mental
comes
energy.
out with Damien Mizdow in tow, and Damien Mizdow. I almost felt bad for the Miz. To me, Sandow stole this little part. He
did.
Just with the pointing and like trying to oh
It
my
wasn't
God.
even just the point. The fact that he was like trying not to look
Yeah.
at him, but like be the Miz for this segment.
And you are gonna do some stuff, and you're never gonna do other stuff any other time.
Just amazing. I mean, I can't believe. I thought this was gonna be a one-time thing, but Damien Sandow is making me like and look forward to the Miz.
Right.
Ms. Dow.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I didn't think. I hope this sticks, to be honest with you, because the other gimmick, although always entertaining, felt a lot like fluff. Like it was always a
Yeah.
throwaway moment, like we're in such and such, so here's Mr. Superstar from your area.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is actually something that helps build the storyline and helps the Miz out, like you're saying, to be honest.
And I'm always one to look forward to the future. I really hope this ends up with Mizdow subbing for the Miz and actually winning the Intercontinental title, and then causing a three-way identity crisis feud.
I like
As much
that.
as we don't want to see Ziggler lose, that would make things very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sandow has earned that
Oh my God,
with
yeah.
the stuff he's been doing.
Yeah, he hasn't won Yeah, I don't think he's won a title his entire career.
No.
No, because they didn't get the tag title
Yeah.
when he was with Cody.
He hasn't had a match longer than 30 seconds
He
in
had the
3 months.
briefcase, but lost
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was it.
And Miz has
Aw.
embraced, since he came back, he's really embraced this role, and they've actually taken it further than I expected him to, and I really like it. And Mizdow just I call him Mizdow like it's his name. He just knows how to perform. It is. He just knows how to perform, and Miz threatens a lawsuit and saying he'll never work in this town again. Classic Hollywood line. And then finally, Ziggler shows the final picture. Miz bare-assed.
But why?
With-
Yeah, I didn't understand
Well,
that.
you got to spray tan everything, don't you?
I'm a woman and I didn't understand that.
You don't
you
want
don't spray
tans.
tan your butt.
I
You don't
don't
want
know.
tan lines.
Well, maybe when you're an A-lister, you do.
I guess so.
Oh, well, better see some Miz ass somewhere.
Yeah.
I just remember those old Shawn Michaels matches, especially that WrestleMania 10 shirt you're wearing
I
right
do
now.
have the WrestleMania 10 shirt on.
The ladder match where he gets pants and you
Oh,
can tell
yeah.
he hadn't been tanning his ass, and Miz is like, just in case. I won't be caught with my
Yeah.
pants down and paint. Like, you don't want to be like,
Remember when Jake Roberts pulled down Rick Rude's trunks and they
Yeah.
bleeped it out? As a kid, I was like, this is the most amazing thing of all time. Right up there with Macho Man getting bit by the snake.
yeah. Oh. But yeah, you don't want to be like Hulk Hogan from the waist up and Paige Sheamus from like the waist down.
Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of true.
that picture actually made me laugh. The first two, I was like, Third one, okay, that brought it home. I like that one. Then, of course, Mizdow tries to attack, zigzag, boom, out. I think they're doing a good job of progressing things.
Yeah, I think so. I'm always fearful of this IC curse. The IC title has this.
What do you mean?
People, you know what I'm
I know
talking
exactly
about?
what you're talking
Like,
Go
about.
ahead. What's up?
Oh, go
people
for
who
it.
have that title end up just kind of falling off, not the roster, but like the meaning of wrestling. I mean, not meaning. You know what I mean. I can't even.
It seems like
You mean like the U.S. title?
both. Exactly.
Yeah, both. But the IC feels more cursed.
I would agree with you, but I mean, Sheamus has just completely lost all relevancy ever since he won that Battle Royal.
Well, okay. IC title holders that ruined Curtis Axel, who had it for the longest
Yeah, but that's
time.
not on Axel. That's on WWE
No,
for
but
giving
then
him the
after
title.
that, it was just a curse.
Yeah, I mean, even Paul Heyman admitted, he's like, I shouldn't have been put with Axel. It was like it wasn't the right fit. Then they throw the title on a guy. How are you going to get behind a dude who no one knows who he is, besides the fact that he was Mike McGillicuddy? So I'm not putting that on Axel. I'm putting that on WWE.
I'm not putting it on Axel. I'm just saying that title might be cursed.
I feel like they were more excited to say he won the title on Father's Day, and his father,
Yeah.
like they just kept touting
Yeah.
that. I was like, is that the only reason you put that title on him? It's very strange.
It's a good story.
It is, but-
just where this sees, like the heel and all of
Yeah.
this.
It was
It's
true.
a heartwarming story for that terrible human being.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying, but I feel like at least they wrestle for the IC title. That,
Yeah,
that US
no,
belt
that's
is just
true.
like floating on somebody all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
So
not a Night
weird.
of Champions. Her boy's going up for it.
Yeah.
sure.
He might get it back again.
God, if he gets it back,
It's been years since he had it, really.
About 2 years, right? About 2 years.
Yeah, he won it from
SummerSlam off of Santino.
Yeah, exactly.
When
It was
he
like
was-
2 years ago.
With Oksana.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that power couple.
No, they're not a power couple.
I understand. I understand you met at SummerSlam. He wore your hat.
And he did say, I hope to see you again. Okay, I remember these things.
In what language did he say that?
In English.
Okay.
Okay.
Just checking.
Any language would be fine now.
Moving on, Natalya and Rosa Mendez taking on AJ Lee and Paige. What would this be called? A strange bedfellows match, if you will. Natty and Rosa on the offensive early on. It got weird. Rosa, I don't know what character she's playing on Total Divas. You guys can maybe tell me. Okay. Well, she refuses to tag in. Paige takes control. Natty's like, WTF. AJ tags herself in hilarious fashion by slapping Paige in the chest and then makes Rosa tap. So
wait, who refused to tag in?
Rosa Mendez refused to tag Natty.
Well, in Total Divas, Rosa Mendez is kind of been taken under Natty's wing, so I think that's why they paired them up.
Did you know Rosa had like an addiction situation? That's why she's been gone.
Really?
She went to rehab.
She had a bad relationship.
Oh, I know. I know all about that. I knew that. Sadly, I knew how bad a person that guy was 2 or 3 years ago, because I have friends who knew the guy who used to work with him. They're like, he's a bad person, and I had friends who like were trying to get her away from him before that whole incident happened.
I had no idea.
He was a horrible person. He was in the WWE roster for like 3 weeks, and everyone hated him so much they dropped him that fast.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Except for Rosa.
Yeah.
Right.
She liked him.
I mean, relationships are a weird web. You know?
True that.
What are you going to do? We can't judge, but luckily she's okay. I mean, it's good to see her. She's been on the roster for a long time.
Yeah, I always liked. I liked her when
she's incredibly nice. The one time I met her, she's very nice.
she was with Carlito and Epico for a minute. Was it Carlito and Epico? Yeah.
Yes.
For a minute, I kind of liked her in that situation.
She's been around for like 8 years or something.
8 years, yeah. But she hasn't been in many, many matches, though, right?
No.
Not a ton,
Yeah.
but she seemed to move fairly well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now that makes sense. The whole thing refusing to tag Natty, and they could bring that back to Total Divas. And
It was totally a...
This season,
Got it.
they are definitely. I mean, I think that's what this whole Nikki Brie
All
Bella
the diva
situation
stuff,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is all for Total Divas.
They're probably filming season 7 way ahead of time right now.
Probably.
With JJ Bella.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Starring JJ Bella.
He made it.
You're like, is that
four Bellas?
Is that her real brother?
I think it's funny that it's so obvious their last name is not. Is it Bella? It's not
No,
Bella.
it's not Bella.
I love it. His name's JJ Bella. That sounds like a referee's name or something. Or like a manager from the 70s.
He'll take it. He seems to like the attention.
I'd take it.
I guess so. I don't know. Anyways.
Anyway.
So after the match, AJ and Paige, they hold the title. They each take turns kissing it, and then AJ skips away, and Paige is very confused, as we all are by this entire story.
Now, what do you guys think of this story between Paige and
This
AJ?
feels like the storyline between Trish Stratus and Mickie James, but
Toned
with
down.
a lot of
Yeah.
water added. Yeah. I don't understand. Are we supposed to think like, you know, them both kissing the belt is kind of,
Like,
you know...
this seems like it's being written by a 12-year-old who doesn't quite understand the birds and the bees yet.
Right.
And he's just like, yes, and now they do this with each other.
and they kiss it and they like it.
Yeah, Paige,
Exactly.
Paige likes to get a little on top of the other divas. It's
I think it works more for Paige. And
Yeah.
AJ, it feels, even though she had that crazy storyline for a long time, there's something about
Yeah.
her, it feels forced on her.
right.
So I wish it was sort of something that Paige was pursuing, and AJ was always like, yeah, get out of my face, or something. I don't know. There needs to be a different dynamic, because they're both doing this lightly, but then there's no repercussion, there's no culmination of it. I don't.
What's the end game? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's like, a lot of times the end game doesn't matter. It's that let's enjoy the journey. But this journey is, every single week, I'm looking for it to make more sense, and it doesn't make any sense.
Do you think Nikki's gonna just take the title at
Oh,
the
I hope not.
Night of Champions?
I think it might happen.
She's the only Total Diva person
Yeah.
in that.
And Stephanie McMahon's on her corner.
Yeah.
And
But then where does that leave Paige? I mean,
I mean,
it would be a Bella versus Bella for the title. Maybe Stephanie would come and go for the title.
just the look on your face is very troubling.
yeah,
right
you don't
now.
look very happy.
He's actually trying to poop. You guys can't tell, but I can.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever actually.
He was eating
been in the
bananas all day.
studio. Actually,
I'm so glad I'm on this side of the table.
I just like to sit at a park shirtless eating bananas, see what comes my way. You know?
I like how you added the shirtless part.
Wait, that was you?
not?
I saw that on TV.
Wait, you're the guy that threw that quota to? Okay.
Yeah, I had my Twitter handle tattooed on my bicep. I was hoping you would have noticed.
I don't blame you. Your Twitter handle is very difficult to spell.
I know.
So put it on your arm. For
Do you,
life.
boo? Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine with just AJ and Paige continuing because they're both very different. They're both very unique.
I think they're similar, actually. That's the problem, is they're kind of packaged similar. They both have that grunge attitude, and they're both like, who gives two Shit.
They both shop at Hot Topic.
Point
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah.
Point taken.
I definitely think the whole situation between the Bellas and with AJ Page, it does need a refresher. I think they're aware of that, and that's why we're getting Nikki infused into it, and they're trying to combine these storylines to maybe get rid of them after this soon.
But tonight she had a Jerry Springer segment where it's like the title wasn't even relevant to Nikki.
She mentioned it in passing, like,
She did.
I have a title match. That's a good thing coming up for me.
Yeah. And JJ was like, "Stop being mean." That was how JJ delivered his.
Nikki.
Nikki mentioned having a world, like, as a female wrestler, this is what you're striving for. This means you're at the pinnacle of, like, the entire profession.
You mean Springer? Having Springer on the
I mean, I've been submitted for years. He just wouldn't even look at my demo tapes.
To be fair, he's very busy.
Yes, it is. But I mean, she mentions, like, I've got good things coming up. I have a title match coming up in 2 weeks. She mentioned it like she was going to see Bruce Springsteen, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's cool for you.
It's just-
It seems interesting.
Okay, we'll get there, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean we defended.
Sorry.
I was
But-
enjoying the ride up until SummerSlam, and then I'm always into a heel turn. I always want to see what happens, but ultimately, this is being given too much time.
Yes.
If this was just like a little salt on the meal or
Well, it's
something, it'd be
crazy.
fine,
We
but
want to support more airtime for divas, but like this has gone away from the wrestling, and now it's for Christ's sake, you have Springer.
it's focusing on their weaknesses is the problem
Oh
because
my
they've both improved
Yes.
dramatically in the ring, and now we're having to suffer through. The more we get, the less I like it. I guess so.
Yeah.
Nikki is
promos.
good at being a B because she can just carry herself that way. But
I would like to see it lead to AJ Steph. They're both great on the mic.
Yeah.
Steph would be
And let us
nice,
not
but-
forget, I mean, I doubt they're going to refer to her husband, but I mean, there's that little bit of animosity build up.
If
That's
they get
true.
to a comfortable place with it, they would happily
Sure.
put that out there. And,
Sure.
and
Maybe
know.
it'll lead to that. I don't know.
That would be amazing, actually.
pretty good.
I
That'd
didn't
be
even think of
great.
that connection.
Be pretty good.
I just don't think that's
No, not at all.
like a big wound still. So I don't think.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Night of Champions, I'm looking forward to this triple threat because I honestly have no idea how they're going to spin this. or
I
how
would
it's
put
gonna-
money on Nikki winning.
I think Dale's.
Really?
Look at the predictions belt
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
2-time.
You want to talk about me? 5 times.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
What?
I think I won twice, but I think I forgot the title every
You
week.
literally had a whole run without the belt.
I'm the worst champion of all time.
You
So
were.
disrespectful.
You're a paper
Which also
champ.
makes him the best champion of all time.
Yeah. I don't need championships.
After me.
I'm just trying to entertain everybody. Moving on, Jericho backstage with the trainer. Orton basically attacks him while the trainer is just finishing up some knee tests, and this may be the line of the night.
It was.
What can I say? It's a season premiere.
No. I mean, what?
It says everything and nothing all at once. I really
Vintage
enjoyed it.
Orton.
And they replayed it to make it look
Yes.
like they just wanted to say that again.
For that, I applaud.
No.
Okay.
You don't have to applaud. I'm applauding Orton for that line. Poor Jericho, man.
I love that as an excuse, and I hope it keeps coming back. Like, will that hold up in court? It's like, you've been accused of murdering this man. What do you have to say for yourself?
It's a season premiere. Case
Oh.
dismissed.
Mistrial.
Yeah, there you go.
That shouldn't have even been brought in.
Why am I just now hearing this?
It was weird though that he did. You know, he was focusing on Reigns. All of a sudden, he just attacked Jericho just for fun.
Well, I mean, last week he said
Oh,
mean things to
Yeah,
him.
he said
Point
everything was
taken.
handed to him.
Point taken.
And he actually references it right as he comes in the room. He's like, everything given to me, huh?
They're
Crap.
right. Okay.
So, I actually liked it because they so rarely bring up little things like nuances like that.
Yeah.
And this is a good way to, if Jericho's really going to leave, that's a good, punctuation.
Yeah, it's like Wyatt did it, but then Orton capitalized, and then if Jericho wants to come back, maybe there's an Orton situation. Who knows? I liked it.
True.
There could
Yeah.
be something already in the works. Maybe they want Jericho versus Orton at
Well,
Rumble.
Remember
or,
when Orton came back? I'm sorry. Remember when Jericho came back? I don't want to say the first time, but it was a while ago. He came back. He wanted to save everyone from Randy Orton. Do you remember that?
That was his first big return.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that code, right? That was
Yes.
Yes.
we're trying to figure
to
out.
save us.
So they could,
I liked that.
it was pretty neat.
And then TNA tried to rip it off.
There's a guest, Dylan91 says AJ wants to feud with Steph. She has said it in a number of interviews.
Oh.
And that's true. That's enticing.
I like it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Make it happen.
I talked to AJ today, so it's not a big deal. Kidding. He did not.
Was this on a play school phone?
It was.
I like how he just like throws you under the bus, like, yeah, whatever.
He knows that didn't happen.
Did it moo when it rang?
That was one of those little things. That's funny.
There were a lot of CM Punk chants in the background.
Even on the play school phone.
There was. All right, so this next segment, I can't even do it justice. I don't think any of us can. Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote a lot down, but I don't even think I can begin to.
Yeah.
I don't know where to start.
For all of you who watch this show and might not necessarily watch all of Raw, watch this segment between Paul Heyman and John Cena. Because just when I thought Heyman had him dead to rights, Cena crushes it.
Yeah, at one point you said Cena should just leave without saying anything.
I did. I said,
perfect.
dude, out, just bounce. But he didn't, and
you were wrong.
I was wrong. Now, I know we're going to have some people on YouTube leaving us comments, shitting on us for giving Cena credit, but for God's sake, I thought this was great.
At least for tonight.
Yeah, it was.
Member of C Nation right here.
Generally, are you a let's go Cena or a...
I'm honestly a week to week with him.
I'm indifferent, yeah.
Okay.
When he has matches, he knows how to work, and like his matches with CM Punk were always really, really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And when he actually like is given good material to work with, his promos are great. Like when he's doing like Photoshop humor, like his little like, oh, I lost the belt, but who cares? The championships come and go. I'm bored. It's the same stagnant act. But with this, Heyman is just playing the part of the tempters, the temptation of John Cena. His initials are even JC. It's like, doesn't that bother you even a little bit, hearing them say you suck? Just say, shut up. Come on, it feels good. And don't think I'm the devil. The devil sold his soul to me a long time ago. And Cena, he's tempted by it, and he goes to do it, and then he stops and says, no. And, he basically cuts the promo that if you have a heart, if you have, like, a heart in your body, you should... And if you're one of those people like me who's like, it'd be so great if Cena turns heel.
And I'm with you on that.
Exactly, because it's stagnant. It's been the same character for the past 10 years. But then he explains why he can never go heel, and you're like, I am a jerk for even insinuating you should.
He was totally venting and talking to us and the people that are like, oh, go away, Cena. And it was like, oh, crap. He's letting this be his platform, but he's being real.
Yeah.
And that's the key word, real.
That's when he does well.
Yeah.
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 Well, I think was it Heyman? Someone cracked a joke last week about how Cena will drop a bunch of poopy. Yeah, Sayman. He'll like drop a bunch of poopy jokes and everything, which is true. He does that, but like tonight, like I think you mentioned, he had an actual purpose for what he was saying. And like I said, I know people are still gonna hate on him and I'm like, oh, he's just putting himself over. All right, well, so he is. He's still got his ass kicked by Lesnar, and he's probably gonna get his ass kicked again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But tonight, him and Heyman, that was magic. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it probably is the scripted moments that are the more stale ones for him, because he's not sure where to be, because he falls into that old character sort of weird thing, and he's like trying to make jokes but also be hard, and it just he doesn't know where to put himself. But when he's actually speaking from the heart, and he looked a little choked up at moments when he was mentioning.
I thought he was gonna cry.
Yeah, when he's talking about the Make a Wish and the sergeant.
When you meet Wounded Warriors, it really does. It really does make you think about life. Like when I meet soldiers all the time. I met him over the weekend at the Tough Mudder. I had a guy I was talking to who was a double amputee from being in active service, and you're talking to a guy like that, and how could you not? Yeah. And so when Cena, I totally can understand what he was saying there.
Yeah, and I agree. I'd heard something similar to this before about him, and I think that this is really the reason we won't see a heel turn from Cena. Especially at this stage of the game.
Yeah. And I like how it ended, too. He said, next week I'm coming to fight, so if your boy wants to take another week off, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
I like that threat. That's a good threat.
And also Heyman just being the greatest slime ball. Just, I'm an advocate.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate.
He's always sweating.
He came out sweating.
His hair is always... His hair's wetter than Roman Reigns's, I think.
His face is wetter than Roman Reigns's hair.
Yeah. That'd be funny if Heyman sprays himself down in his suit before he goes out. Time to promo!
A spritz bottle in his pocket.
And I just want to, for the record, state I am Jewish, so I'm allowed to say this.
Okay, go ahead.
He is every negative stereotype of a Jewish person, and he's just living up to it. He's just like the evil swindler trying to tempt you and the big businessman.
I'm not going to agree or disagree. I'm just going to say we appreciate your comment.
He's
That's
not
why
really
I threw it out
Jewish.
there. He even threw the Happy Hanukkah line, which I was like, stop that. Stop that. Not now.
What a segment, though.
Yeah, no, it was real solid.
And this is not the first great one between Heyman and Cena. It's you know, without Lesnar showing up. And you mentioned there's a new clause in Lesnar's contract, right, Dale?
That's
heard.
the rumor.
You heard.
I would believe it was Bleacher Report or somebody like that. But yeah, they were talking about how they added a clause where he is set for X amount of dates, but they can pay him more to have him come more. So
He's freelancing.
He's freelancing, you know. Trying to, so maybe we'll see him every pay-per-view or whatever. We're obviously not seeing him on too many Raws yet,
Right.
but
I could just see Lesnar showing up on Raw and just someone walks up to him with a wad of cash like, thanks for coming, man. And then he just walks on.
I actually wish it was like that.
That'd be cool.
Especially if he was wearing the gloves at the time.
Yeah.
Just want to cash.
And then he's
in.
like, I don't know where to put my money. Paul!
Where's my Jimmy John backpack?
Yeah.
You
I
know what
bet
would
he
be
has
cool if Nikki became a Heyman girl? Because of the storyline, the Total Divas.
As long as anyone can talk for her.
Yeah, I mean, Heyman...
I think Nikki's the better talker, though.
Then Brie?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No question.
Yeah.
But Heyman has never represented a female in his WWE days, has he?
It'd
That'd
be
be-
sick.
I don't think so.
It'd be cool if he did at some point.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that intertwining Total Divas with a male star.
Yeah. Let's not over-intertwine Total Divas,
Oh,
though.
but you know, I
Just watch the damn show,
I
Johnny.
like it. Yeah.
You watch 80 hours of wrestling. You can't squeeze another hour in.
No, I really can't. I don't know. I know the show's good. It's not that I won't enjoy the show. It's just, you know.
No, I don't. Explain to me.
Sheamus and Seth Rollins are next. Sheamus slaps the briefcase out of Rollins' hand to start the match. That got a chuckle out of us. Solid match overall. Cesaro, of course, comes down. Sheamus takes control. Just when you think he's got Rollins dead to rights, Cesaro holding that title. How much did you enjoy seeing that, Kaori?
You know I enjoyed it.
In his
Or when he
suit.
unbuttoned his shirt, I think that's...
Yeah, when he started doing the striptease, I was like, all right, let's get this going.
We had to watch that 9
Replay.
times.
Slow motion.
She was humming to herself, too. I didn't understand what's going on.
She was actually meditating. Her eyes were closed. Her hands were like
I asked
this.
you guys to turn the lights off. Like, turn the lights off.
And then we all left the room.
Yeah, I was...
We heard her making siren noises. It was weird.
I would.
Oh, so while Sheamus is being distracted, Rollins with a sweet kick to the back of the head. Then, of course, the curb stomp for the win. Afterwards, Cesaro destroys Sheamus, hitting the neutralizer. I'll be honest, this is a match that's going to be pretty dope.
I think so. Not because of
Sheamus?
Cesaro, but I just think it will be.
No, it is because of Cesaro. I mean,
Yeah.
and Sheamus is really
Well,
good in the ring. I don't think people care about the Sheamus
I'm
character
saying
right now,
not because
but
of Cesaro, because of my love for him.
Right.
I'm just saying.
It's interesting because at the panel that we actually got to meet Cesaro at, he and Sheamus were having a very bickery sort of married couple.
It was a bromance,
There
for
was
sure.
a thing going on, but they were being very cutting towards each other. So I wonder, was this... You just never know with wrestling because they're like, hey, that worked
Yeah.
out pretty good. You guys should do that again in the ring, you know? Or was this something that was already planned and they were playing off of it in a prelude? Because this was right before SummerSlam, so I'm just very curious about
it
the
probably
process,
was.
you know?
They were probably like, guys, stirred up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
But these two in the ring, it's going to be physical. It's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, it's going to be great.
And I think if Cesaro wins, it might get people excited about the U.S. title.
I'd hope so. 'cause
Yes.
Two things out of it I would like to see is Cesaro having a title and getting another push, and Sheamus maybe getting a character revamp.
I want to see it. I want to see it. I love Sheamus, but I want to see something different.
A
And I feel
heel
like-
turn is, I think, what would just do him a world of wonders.
Yeah.
Because there's already a John Cena, and apparently John Cena's not changing his character. So we
Yeah.
don't need another just bland babyface who makes horrible jokes and wins all of his matches. And I mean, Sheamus was great as a heel, and he's so good in the ring. And we need good heels, especially who can like match up with other good people in the ring.
And I agree. He's so physically imposing. He's perfect to be a heel. Not many dudes can match up with him physically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's a beast. And he was a good heel back when he was debuting.
Yeah.
Winning against Triple H at WrestleMania, that whole time period. I thought that was great. But he also got over really big with the kids. It was maybe 2 years ago or
He's a good dude.
So I think that they were trying to see if they could get that fire again for him, and I just don't think
I mean, he's been on the back burner for the past however many months now.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say, wow, if Cesaro doesn't win this title, I'm going to be a little surprised.
Isn't it crazy that people with titles can be on the back burner?
Yeah.
It's so bizarre to me.
The curse.
The curse.
Well, even when Ambrose had it, I mean, they were making jokes on television about how little he defended it.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Isn't that it's your
kinda
company.
sad, yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got to call in that joint? Make a match.
9 hours of TV a week. I don't know.
Oh.
But that's going to be a really fun match to watch the pay-per-view. Next, we got Lana and Rusev. She starts to sing her own version of the Star-Spangled Banner, which was written in Baltimore. I did not know that.
Learning. Wrestling.
Yeah.
Do you know the Star
They
Spangled
go hand in
Banner?
hand.
I think I know. You mean word for word?
Yeah.
I think I know word for word, unless I might flub a word or two here. No, I think I know it. I'm not going to sing it.
No, you don't have to sing it.
Now I'm getting nervous. Now I'm thinking about it. No, I know it. Think about that, Dale.
Good job.
Anyway, she mocks the country again, of course, and then the Russian national anthem plays, and then we cut to the announcers, and Lawler is just off his chair,
He
looking
kind
like
of fell out of his chair and he pulled sort of like I'm gonna lean forward, but oh, I'm tripping. But no, I meant to do that. Look, I'm so angry right now.
like Rusev stole his lunch money.
Yeah.
He was trying to do the opposite of standing up for a national anthem, I suppose, but I think he just slipped a little when he did it.
I like pissed off JBL too. I love when JBL's pissed.
Yeah, that's him at his best, I feel.
He's a Patriot. He's a Texan. You know.
I'm pretty over Rusev.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
They're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, when he wrestles, he's fantastic, but no, you're right.
But he's not always wrestling. He just goes in there, and then there's a squash match or something like this, and that's it.
I mean, outside of Zack Ryder basically being sacrificed to him multiple times, it is nice to have an antagonist like that irritates everyone. Yeah, I think it is a little stale, I guess, but he's in a good place where it's not only his character, but Russia as a country is just being a little B. So I just feel like they're maximizing what they have at this particular moment, and it keeps it, I don't know, a hot topic.
He doesn't bother me because he's Russian, or wherever he is, because he's something else in Bulgarian or something. Anyway,
Bulgarian,
but he bothers me because he's born. It's Lana who really brings him out.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's the whole point of a manager.
But still, even her, I'm like, oh, she's great, but I just.
Something new.
I see what you're saying.
I think this is another good example of how there's too much television.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Rusev is the kind of character that in the 80s, well, obviously he's almost a reincarnated character, because who isn't? But like in the 80s, you could have, even in the 90s, you could have built him because all you had Challenge and Superstars, if that, and you had a couple pay-per-views a year, and you could really build a dude and just build that character, build that hatred. Where it's like now you're talking about 5 months into his arrival, maybe.
But in just 5 months, he's boring to me.
That's my point. That's the hard part about keeping things fresh when there's so much television, and I don't know what the answer is.
Put him up against a real American, even though.
Swagger.
What they're doing though is they added the third hour for advertising dollar, so that's just a business decision that is not an entertainment decision, so I already don't like that.
Yep.
But also, they had SmackDown and Raw as separate brands so that you did get a fresher perspective. You didn't feel like you were getting the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Then they made it so that there is no divided brand, so now we're just getting a lot of the same stuff back to back to back. So they need to tinker with the way they're formatting it.
I used to enjoy the competition. I mean, Heyman has talked about in the early 2000s when he became the head of SmackDown, they looked at it as like a legit competition. Like, I forget who the squad was. It was Edge, Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero,
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, it was like all the outcasts. And I remember Heyman actually made a real trade one time. I forget who he gave up, and he wanted 2 guys back, and like creative laughed at him, like, what are you gonna do with those guys? And he's like, I'm just gonna make a great show. And after a while, SmackDown began beating Raw in ratings.
I think Eddie might have been one of them.
I think it was, because Heyman knew what he had in these guys, and it was really kind of cool to see that competition. Now, granted, there's only one Paul Heyman, so I'm about to lose my breath.
Yeah.
I almost wish that they would make NXT be one of the more major shows and relegate SmackDown to a smaller
You know what? I mean, we're going to get there,
situation.
but like NXT matches are always solid.
Speaking of...
Always. Yeah.
that leads us
it
right
literally
into
is next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
That was a pleasant surprise.
I had a full blown mark out moment when I saw that, because I mean we fast forwarded through commercials and then you had that moment of DVR where like, you see a split second of it and then it rewinds and it was just like there's no way I just saw Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville on Raw, and then it was, and it was so surreal to me because I mean I remember watching these guys on the Independence and little American Legion posts about like 20 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And now they're on Raw, and they're mentioning that Kenta is going to be wrestling this Thursday on WWE programming, and they called him Kenta.
And he signed no more than a month ago, right?
Yeah.
So they know, they're like, you know what, let's not even tinker with this guy. Put him on TV.
I like that they went to Japan for like the tour and came back with new wrestlers.
Well,
I thought that was so cool. They're like, you and you,
well,
let's
Japanese
go.
wrestling's insane.
Oh man, I love it.
Like you can die. They have fire like straight up and oof.
Yeah, I mean it's.
If you want to see insane, watch the death match in Japan between Mick Foley and Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Okay, I will watch it.
You're gonna have to watch with your eyes closed. Like it's terrifying.
But
what
that's
they
not
did.
watching it.
Well, watch it with one eye open. One eye open.
You can listen to the announcers. You won't understand them, but the emotion can be.
It's just so hard to watch. It's so hard to watch. But yeah, I mean, all four of these guys. I think we all knew Tyson Kidd, so he's probably the most well-known out of the four.
In his NXT outfit.
He was.
Yeah.
I like that actually.
Or Bumblebee from Transformers, but either way.
This looks like a good place to kick it.
Or AfterBuzz.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what he was wearing essentially.
I didn't realize he was promoting us.
Imagine this, but in underwear form.
Yeah.
I've never pointed at a cup and said that before.
I know, that was interesting.
More than you would like to know.
Oh, you're actually right.
Tyson Kidd know how to coordinate. So yeah, Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn teaming up against Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd. These four are going to have a four-way for the NXT title this Thursday.
Yeah.
So.
And a great thing to notice is, one, Sami Zayn was getting his ole ole chants, which is like just a cute little thing to see. But more so, Adrian Neville tags in at the very end, hits a couple of moves, and immediately is super over with the crowd. And I got to imagine like not a lot of them knew who exactly he was, but he hits like a stand-in shooting star press. He's just running, flying around the ring, throwing
kicks. You do that corkscrew shooting
what is that move?
Good God.
Yeah, it's his finisher. He calls it the Red Arrow. It's a corkscrew shooting star press.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
Every single time they show it, they have to replay it 4 times. So it's just the prettiest looking thing. I remember once they signed him, I felt bad. I was like, Evan Bourne is not going to last much longer.
I miss Evan Bourne.
Evan, I mean, his injuries did him in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's... No, but he's great. Like, he's a fantastic wrestler, and he had the prettiest shooting star press ever. But now you got a guy who's younger, and, he can do that, but with a corkscrew in.
Yeah. And a lot of wrestlers have like a little catchphrase for the name. I love Neville's. They call him the man that gravity forgot. Yeah, that's a really good.
That's from his independent days. He was known as Pac, and he was the man gravity forgot. And I'm so happy they had brought that over because I mean it fits.
It's a perfect match there. And then Sami Zayn. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a more athletic. Maybe Neville.
Sami Zayn's awesome.
Does Justin Gabriel still do his similar
his 450?
Yeah.
He wrestled a little bit in NXT a couple months ago, but I haven't seen him since.
Well, where has he been?
He wasn't doing much that was televised for a while, and then he was on NXT with Tyson Kidd.
Maybe they're trying to find him a character or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
He always had a cool look. I liked him.
I'm like,
You didn't like him?
not my thing.
I'm not talking about attractive.
No, I'm not talking about trying to be on.
Wait. Not even when he like first debuted with the Nexus, that little like swipe over.
No.
Huh. Surprised by that.
She only likes Swiss dudes.
That's true. He had like he had the really involved hair, and Cesaro just.
Hey, he makes that horseshoe baldness work.
That's a hard thing to do.
It is.
That's true.
If it ain't Swiss, she says you're a miss.
Yeah.
Any hoozles.
Or if you're Swiss, she'll be your miss.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Well said. So Neville hits the.
Was that a plug for hot cocoa?
I know.
Yeah.
What do I gotta do?
What if the
hot chocolate?
What if there was a real Swiss Miss and she walked in right now and like she gave us a curtsy and left? Like, bye, Swiss Miss. We got you, girl. If she was like Wendy, she was like a real Wendy. Like Wendy walked in, gave us a Frosty, and we all just ate it here on air.
Oh, Frosty.
I would totally take down a Frosty right now.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm disappointed if we don't get one.
No,
Who can make that?
Swiss Miss is not real.
Does anyone in the booth have a Frosty?
I'm just glad we have someone in the booth, all right? I'm thrilled that Nando's in there. All right, so yeah, NXT TakeOver. I thought this was a really good move. Put this match here. The four-way is going to be great. We got Charlotte taking on Bayley. We got the tag titles on the line, and I'm sure there's going to be a few other good ones too.
We have hair versus hair.
Oh my God! I know this is not the NXT show, but Enzo Amore and Big Cass. I have not laughed out loud at a pro wrestling segment. I don't remember the last time I laughed that hard. They went and got hair cream removal
from a salon named Hair.
Yeah, we're here at Hair. Get about it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Dude,
Realest guy in the room.
Enzo Amore. I'm telling you, I hope they don't do anything to tinker with him or Cass when they bring him up, because Enzo's he's so good. It's crazy how funny he is. That's it.
Yep. So now that we're done talking about good things.
Oh God, Jerry Springer's up next. Wow, we have a lot of good segues tonight.
Best segues in the biz.
Okay.
Down goes Jerry.
Let's do this. So Steph comes out, introduces Jerry Springer. We've all watched his shows, and they're entertaining, and they show us that there's too many people in this world. That's the Jerry Springer show.
Nailed it, Johnny.
Yeah, it's pretty much
gotta
it.
be staged.
Jerry Springer, the example for overpopulation. I didn't really take many notes here. I just wrote JJ.
Down goes JJ.
JJ.
Who cares?
Go ahead. Anyone? Matt, Nat, Kaori.
You guys had to leave the room, and we were left in charge of surmising this train wreck for you.
It's basically made for Total Divas. You know, obviously the feud.
Yeah,
between
except
the
Total
Bella
Divas is
twins.
allowed to edit.
And yeah, they have a clip of the Total Divas show, but they make Brie look like a bitch. But it actually didn't turn out that way, because Nikki can sometimes look really kind of lazy and not.
Yeah.
You know, Dale knows what I'm talking about. He's
Listen,
like,
I mean, I think it's great that they're intertwining these things to provide content for the other, but I don't think, like, going back to the point earlier, I don't think that Raw should suffer from it. And I feel like, as awesome as the build-up for Stephanie versus Brie was, I feel like they're just kind of collapsing it as it goes. 'Cause even Stephanie tonight felt
I think
weird.
what it was is, I think, so, you know, and we always want to say, give your talent a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Trust your talent. Well, this is kind of what they're doing, and this is the best that those two sisters can do, I guess.
But
I don't know.
they completely made it a Jerry Springer segment. It wasn't Raw.
Yeah,
that
their
time.
hair was all over the place, and their dresses were all over the place.
And the audience was
shoes were
screaming
flying.
Jerry.
Where was Steve,
They
the
were
bodyguard?
And then, you know,
He has his own show now.
I know.
there was a
Does he
replacement
really?
bodyguard. He does have his own show.
It's daytime. It's more drama.
Yeah.
More drama.
But that's all it was a Jerry Springer segment, because, you know, we had the audience going, Jerry, Jerry. And then you've got the girls fighting, pulling hair. You got the parents having testimonials. It was just.
Stephanie was even on top of them, trying to pull
Yeah.
them apart from each other, which she's been built so well up until now. I thought it was weird to have her like rolling around on the ground trying to separate the two.
And then Jerry comes out, has to leave in a stretcher, and thumbs up.
He gives the dramatic, it's all okay, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Although my JBL line of the night though is at one
Yes.
point when the melee is ensuing, JJ gets knocked down and Cole goes, "There goes JJ." JBL goes, "Who cares?" I was like, nailed it.
There is so much. I mean, if you stop looking at this as logical pro wrestling storytelling and just as beautiful train wreck television, it becomes amazing. I mean,
For the season premiere, I think what that segment did, it offered something to the it offered something to the person who might not watch wrestling all the time, who maybe happened to be glancing upon it.
yeah,
who's watching at hour 2?
I'm just
You're
trying
so
to
smart, Dale.
put the positive.
I feel what
Spin.
you're saying.
Maybe it was halftime of Monday Night Football. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, though, they didn't even do a good job with their acting.
can we all
Well,
just
I'm
start
just gonna
speaking
say
like
it.
the Bellas right now?
I don't
I'm
want to
sorry.
go there. I don't want to go there.
I have been nothing but a Bella.
Apologies.
I love the Bellas. The Bellas have always been so good to us in interviews. I mean, they're great. I love.
Yeah.
They're great people.
They're
They
nice.
are.
They're very nice girls.
And honestly, their in-ring capability has been on the up and up for sure. So I just again don't understand why they're focusing so much on all the talking.
I think it's just Total Divas, really.
it's got to be.
Yeah.
But
Because they had the most interesting storyline, because they're dating, like, really huge guys.
yeah, they're twins. They're dating the biggest guys in wrestling,
Yeah.
and
That's a good point.
I mean, I get the reasoning behind it, but maybe see what you're working with and
it's
shorten it a little.
Exactly, work to their strengths. You're giving them like almost 30 minutes every week on live television.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you look at it as just train wreck TV, it's a lot of fun. At one point, when they were tending to Jerry Springer, Stephanie was just like kind of giggling to herself, and then she noticed the camera was on and like composed.
I love Stephanie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But yeah,
I don't know. And the big question is, okay, so you got Nikki in this triple threat for the title. What the hell? What's Brie doing at the pay-per-view? She's not fighting Steph
Maybe
again.
she'll cost her the match.
yeah, she's got to get involved somehow. Otherwise, what the heck are we doing?
Oh, Breeze, definitely.
She's running out.
See, I'm gonna say Nikki won't win just because Brie will cost her the match.
And to me, it would
see
make
that.
sense if we're gonna have Bella versus Bella. Doesn't it make sense at Survivor Series, Thanksgiving, a time for family?
So like a 5-on-5 situation.
Yeah, 5 Bellas versus fight with JJ,
Yeah,
Mr. and Mrs. Bella,
Talking JJ.
Grandpa,
Jimmy,
Unky D.
Tom, Unky D,
Uncle Bobby Bella.
all the old double B.
Why don't we
Right
have
in
like
there.
a couples
Bella
tag team
Barrage.
match?
Yeah.
What did you say?
A couples tag team match.
I wish Brian
Yeah.
was able to get back in
That'll
the ring.
happen.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think that maybe that's why they're dragging it out, because Bella versus Bella would make sense on Thanksgiving. Well, the Thanksgiving pay-per-view.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, that's Survivor Series.
Traditionally, Survivor Series was Thanksgiving night.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I used to love that.
Yeah.
Good times. All right. Next, Gold Dust and Stardust. They beat Los Matadores, obviously.
They also match AfterBuzz. They also match
That's
AfterBuzz.
true.
Yeah, they match.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
stay matching AfterBuzz. I wanted to say Cody, but no, Stardust with the Dark Matter for the win. But then the Usos attack with a crutch. I like this feud.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was weird when Goldust and Stardust went like heelish at first, but now I'm totally down.
And they needed something to do because remember they debuted. I was just over the moon. Sorry for the pun for Stardust. He was fantastic.
Don't ever do that ever again.
I apologize, everyone. I'll see you never. No, but he was great. And then they just put him in a room and they did promos for 2 months.
Yeah.
Which those promos were so good though.
At first, but then it's like I want to see them on my TV for more than just like they're in a closet with a light bright. I don't know what the point of any of this is. They're looking for the cosmic key. Is that still happening?
Shout out to Lightbright.
It's also hey Bright. It's also super hard to program 52 friggin' weeks
Yeah.
Yeah.
of storyline. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what I honestly don't know what the average viewer is watching as far as hours consumed or whatever, but I think even WWE is presuming we're not watching all of this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they have to do a lot of repeats and a lot of rematches and a lot of these different storyline angles that, I don't know, it just feels very weird. I feel like they should maybe take seasons. I mean, they'll never do that.
Ever,
but,
ever.
Their editors save them though. Their video packages are fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes it's
unbelievable.
better to just catch some of those
true.
packages,
But
depending on.
even with the seasons, you don't necessarily have to like do NFL where everyone's off. You can. I mean, you have a big enough roster where you can sort of like do it in
Yeah,
segments.
stagger them.
But
Yeah.
they got to worry about attendance, and I think they would
Exactly.
be fearful. I mean, I get it. It's just there's no other business out there like this.
Yeah.
So it's hard. We can be critical of it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know how I would do that for
Yeah.
so many hours, for so many weeks, and you never feel like you can take a breath. Like, well, we just got to get to this, and then we can take a break. No.
No, it's tough. It's really tough. One thing though that I don't understand is, okay, I like the fact that sometimes as a match is beginning, they'll have like the little bubble come up and like the Usos tonight. They cut a little promo before the match.
Little talking head segment.
Yeah, that was clearly done earlier in the day or something. That wasn't the Usos' best work as far as talking in a little promo. My question is, I understand things have to happen fast, but like, nail it though. Like, if you're gonna take 3 or 4 takes, nail it at least once.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. If you're doing pre-tape segments, nail that shit.
But who's determining if they nail it or not? Is there a segment producer that's back there?
That's the
Is
thing.
it just them
Yeah.
and the camera guy? Do they even know how they come off? Like I don't.
Who
It's
makes
so
a
many
decision on
factors.
what goes on TV? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Maybe they're tired. Maybe someone need a bathroom break.
I don't know.
Like, I gotta go. Let's do this fast.
Half the time they don't even know if they're actually going to be on TV because that match went long or
Yeah.
somebody got injured or
Yeah.
there's just so many weird.
It is very
factors.
last second, but I mean, I'd like
agree
to
with
think
you,
you get
but-
at least 3 or 4 takes to where you could really. I mean, even on the indies, you get a couple takes usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was probably their best take.
Maybe that's just my thought there, and I love the Usos. Don't get me wrong. I just thought that wasn't their best little bubble.
I thought they did fine. I was fine with it.
Yeah, it didn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed them coming out with the
That
crutch.
was better.
Way
Yeah.
better. Especially
Yeah.
after they injured him, and then you hit him with the thing that you have to use because you got injured. I don't know. I like that kind of storytelling.
I love, yeah, I'm digging this. It was weird because I thought, obviously Usos, took out the Wyatts. That was a great feud, but man, Goldust and Stardust, they're really.
Yeah. Battle of the face paints.
I want to see this keep going too.
Oh no, it's gonna be a lot of good matches.
It's good, yeah. Stardust is always in character, no matter what.
Always.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
Dale and I discovered that at SummerSlam.
Even if you interview them.
Amazing.
Yeah. If you want to hear an interview with Stardust, follow at Wrestling Buds. It was on last week's episode. We talked for 20 minutes about nothing in outer space, and it was the most fun interview.
This is the best thing that I've never understood.
Outer space is mostly nothing.
It was 20 minutes of us playing yes and us trying to, one of us saying one thing and us just playing off it, and then Stardust just randomly yelling things out.
I need to tune into that.
Yeah, and Goldust got actually annoyed by him at one point. It was pretty funny. Goldust was sitting 15 feet over, and Stardust just yells at him like, "What do you think, Goldie?" And he looks over and he's like,
Goldust, mind you, was not in character at all. He was there in like a button down.
He was just his 15-year older brother who was a little annoyed that. Yeah, that's what he was. So funny. But yeah, that's going to be a hell of a match at Night of Champions. Might actually steal the show before the main event.
They've done it before. Remember when they had those tag teams? Was that a year ago, I guess? Man, those are some of their best matches.
Mm-hmm. And, the Usos, they tend to steal the show all the time on a pay-per-view. So
Yeah.
really fun to watch. Very nice Joan Rivers tribute. Obviously, pay respect to that. I forgot how involved she was for a little while with WWE. She did a lot of stuff over the years.
Yeah. And then when the E thing happened, not to bring up Total Divas for like the 20th time, but they also did some stuff with the Bellas and her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what an awesome lady. I mean, just knocking down doors back in her day.
She really did.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And she did it all the way until the end. So
Yeah, it was a lovely surprise to see her tribute on Raw tonight.
Yeah.
And I imagine they'll probably show that. I'd like to think SmackDown, maybe main event.
Yeah.
Probably not main event. They don't have time.
That's true. It's only an hour. But very, very nice tribute, though. Next up, Titus O'Neil versus Adam Rose. If you're going to make Adam Rose worth watching, I guess have a bunny that could do a frog splash. Because that was kind of cool.
It was all about the bunny.
It was.
And
Thea. Thea was back. We had a little sexy bumblebee action going on
What's
tonight.
up, girl? Good to see you again.
How you doing, girl?
So yeah, Slater dives and completely misses the bunny. Classic Heath Slater moment. That was cartoonish.
It was a Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it was.
He jumped and he starfished.
Yeah.
God, I love Heath Slater's awesome. I don't know what him and Titus are doing. Did they even win ever as Slater Gator? I don't think they did.
think
they
they
did.
did. Yeah.
On SmackDown, I don't remember.
Yeah, their dynamic is so great because Titus, he dumps Darren Young because he thinks he's better off without him. He was wrong. And now after, a lot of people got let go, they figured, well, let's stick together so we don't get let go. And Titus realizes too late, I really don't like this guy, but he likes me too much.
Right.
This is very uncomfortable.
I like Titus, and I kind of
I
wish he was
love
on
Titus.
his own.
I love both of them together. It works.
To this day, I'm still mad at the primetime players breaking up. When
yes.
D Young,
Yeah.
he's rehabbing great, by the way. When he comes back from that knee, I
That's
would like to see them somehow reform.
Millions of
Really?
dollars.
I was-
Millions of
I don't think
dollars.
I was kind of happy when they split. It was
Why?
time.
It didn't do anything for either one of them. It buried Darren Young, then he got hurt, and Titus is losing to a bunny.
I mean, they were together for a long time.
Not that long.
It felt like a long time. Maybe at least a year.
They were together for quite a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked the gimmick. I see where you're coming
Agree
from.
to disagree.
But I personally just always felt that Titus was such a beast
Yes.
that they should repackage him and do something
think
different
so,
with him.
too.
I don't really know. Like
They
the dog,
didn't.
They didn't, but that's not his
Yeah,
fault.
they just put him into like Slater Gator mode, and I'm just not okay with that right now.
I don't know.
I like Slater
I
Gator a
think it's
lot.
a
I've
good-
been,
But I never
I'm a
liked.
PTPer guy, though.
I didn't really like
Yeah.
3MB anyway, so I know.
You watch your
I know.
So help me
This wasn't my
God, you-
thing. He had nicer hair than me. It was a problem.
I mean, 3MB was all about him, anyways.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Actually, McIntyre, did you see he returned home to Scotland and to one of their big wrestling promotions and made a huge return and cut like a crazy awesome promo in the ring. Find it on YouTube. It's pretty cool.
I heard about it. I didn't see it though.
Really cool. Good stuff. He beat the hell out of the champion. Cut an awesome promo. It was really fun. But yeah, who do you think the bunny is? Anyone? Chat roll. Who's the bunny? I don't know.
Who the bunny? I think it's Kofi. Because he's thin and I still saw, you know, darker skin on the hands, but you guys
it's not
didn't.
Kofi, for God's sake. Kofi could dance better than that.
No, the Bunny's a pretty good dancer. He got, like, moves, you know.
Kofi's, no.
Oddly can't do the Roger Rabbit, but...
But,
No.
you know,
Here,
imagine
here.
Kofi is in a suit, if it is Kofi. He's in a suit, so it kind of hinders him from doing all the stuff he...
I mean, they're skinny.
Yeah.
Is it even anyone at all, though? I mean, that's...
The Bunny did a hell of a super kick.
Yeah, but it could be a guy from developmental, or it could be like a... I mean, it
But
could
I
be
feel like they
a
wouldn't
different
be-
person every
Yeah.
time.
I feel like they wouldn't be doing this unless they were going to reveal who the Bunny was.
I think it's going to be revealing.
I hope so.
I
but-
have two. It's not theories so much as like wish lists.
I'm
for what
saying
I
it's the
want in studio.
gobbledygooker. That's my pick. You go ahead, Nick.
I'm guessing it's Pete Rose.
How about it?
And here comes Corporate Kane.
Right.
What have I told you?
Be okay with that.
Justin Gabriel, Fandango. Not Fandango. Fandango's got, like...
Fandango's still hurt, I think, right?
Is he hurt?
Where else has he been?
I don't know.
I just thought they got tired of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought that, too.
All right.
All right, so I'm hoping either this leads to a tag team match of Bunny and Rose versus Slater Gator.
I bet you it will.
That would kind of be...
That's what I
I feel
assume
like it
will
has
happen.
to go there.
I
Yeah.
bet you it will. And that actually will be very funny
I
because
agree.
Slater
Yes.
Gator can pull that off.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Match.
Yeah.
But
I want to see Teddy Long make
Wait,
that.
what
oh,
do you
that would
think
be
is
so
in there?
good. Did you see SmackDown this past week when
Of course.
Triple H did Teddy Long?
Awesome.
That was
Or
pretty fun.
channeled Teddy Long, I should say.
Sure
that
did.
Didn't word that properly.
Loved it.
I don't have any good guesses. Who's your second one?
Oh no, my second guess for or hope for where this is going is I hope Slater Gator reveals their own bunny to counteract that bunny, and it leads to a pre-pay-per-view hair versus hair match.
Oh, God. You know what, though? I'll applaud that.
I do like spelling puns.
Yes.
Didn't see it coming.
I don't know, and I hope I don't know. Wouldn't it be weird for anybody to be the bunny? I don't know
I don't
that I
think they're
want
real
to find
like,
out.
I think the bunny
be
should
an-
just be his own entity.
It'd be an odd debut.
Yeah, the bunny has been having a character push on the JBL Cole show. They blew up the bus that he got on, but he didn't get blown up, and all these different.
Are they trying to kill the
things.
bunny?
Yeah, JBL was
JBL is?
trying to kill the bunny there for a minute. This was a few weeks ago. Then they got sacked with the bill for the bus. and all
I
those
need
kind of
to
things.
start watching that show every week.
It's pretty great, and it's very short. So
What day does
you
it come
can
out on
fit it
YouTube?
in your busy
what day?
watching schedule.
Does it come out at like a certain day
I
each
don't know.
week?
Google it.
All right. I gotta
It's
catch
on the
up.
internet. It's whatever day you want to watch it.
I'm gonna watch them all tonight. I'm not going to sleep. I'll see you at Nerdist tomorrow.
It's
I'll
worth
be
it.
exhausted.
No, it's worth it though.
No, it seems hilarious. I just always forget to watch, and now I don't know what the hell's happening. They're trying to blow up a bunny. So
The only thing is like all these kind of if this is a mystery kind of thing, like with the who ran over Stone Cold situation. The game of it is always way more fun than the actuality.
That's true.
And this is obviously not Rikishi. We can safely say the bunny is not Rikishi.
Okay.
But I don't know. It just and then what? Like he takes the bunny hat. I was like, oh my god, it's whoever Evan Bourne.
I think the tag
Something
match is
like
going to
that.
be hilarious. I'm down with that.
Yeah, no,
But in bunny, I don't want to see him out. The
absolutely.
bunny.
Of course.
Or do they
so
do a
hot.
thing where it's he keeps the bunny head on, but he's wearing like a singlet?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Hey, if Kane can wear that thing for 12 years, this bunny can make do.
Point taken. Well, that's the most time we've talked about Adam Rose so far, so that's kind of cool.
We weren't really
That's
talking
Well, we weren't really talking about Adam Rose.
That's true.
I mean, at least
We don't
he's
talk about
back,
Rutledge either.
I guess. I mean, they were like,
He's got the greatest win percentage of everyone in history, I think. Has he even lost? He's not even lost a match yet, has he?
He's lost in NXT, but on Raw, I think he's still undefeated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's undefeated, yeah.
He and Rusev both.
Well, there
Did
you go.
Rusev lose finally won? I thought
I think
he
he
did.
maybe lost by DQ
There was
or
a
something.
DQ
but
situation,
Yeah.
I think, on SmackDown.
I
but-
smell a collision course. Adam Rose is going to be the American to save us all.
What about Bo Dallas?
He's been gone, yeah.
Adam Rose is not an
Oh, no,
American.
he's-
you
He's
silly
on
goose.
SmackDown a lot, Bo Dallas.
You listen to his accent?
America is built upon immigration.
Okay.
There we go.
That point taken.
true.
All right, Renee Young backstage with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns says Randy Orton's the Viper. I got the anecdote. He does that little thing with his arm.
Antidote.
Oh, no. I messed it up. What? I said anecdote.
Antidote.
What's what?
You said anecdote.
Right.
Which you
Isn't
could
that-
have that for the Viper, too.
Okay.
There's this one
But
time
I just-
where-
did
But you mean antidote. You're saying anecdote.
But he said antidote.
Well, I don't know. That's how I grew up. I mean, is
But
that-
you mean a viper like Venom would need an antidote?
yes.
yeah, anecdote.
No. That's a different word. That's a different word.
What are you talking about?
An anecdote about Randy Orton would be that time he was backstage and he saw a bunch of the Divas bags,
Yeah.
and I won't go any further
Right,
with
that's
that.
That's an anecdote.
Don't.
So we're talking two. I'm just not pronouncing it wrong. We're talking two different words here.
Yes.
You're pronouncing antidote for a viper venom as anecdote.
But that's a different word.
But that's a
There's
different
different
word.
spelling for both words.
Yes, it's a different meaning.
They're two different words.
Well, I've been saying the same word for both for years. So
I see what's going on.
I'm sticking to it.
See,
I'm human.
wrestling and learning. They
Yeah.
go together.
Yeah,
See?
there you
How
go.
about that?
I'm human. I'll pronounce stuff wrong.
I like that you called me out on peddling water, and I was able to
Yeah.
seamlessly save myself.
Well, obviously, I seamlessly just saved myself by saying I'm an idiot. So there you go.
Different strokes.
So he did
Are
the
you
thing.
referring to pedaling water again?
Different
Anyways.
backstrokes.
So he's got the antidote.
Nailed it.
Thanks, guys. Video package for Cena, Lesnar, and then moving on to the main event, Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Orton in control for much of it. Reigns eventually gains back control, lands that boot on the apron. Orton takes back control, sets up for the RKO. Counter, Superman punch, and that's when Orton starts doing one of these, and everyone comes down. The ring crew,
Everyone.
Yeah, I was confused.
Kane, Rollins, the Bunny, you name it, everyone.
Yeah.
That pretty much covered everybody.
Yeah, that's everyone.
You named them all.
The Divas, you name it. No, but the ring is like, the ring crew is like doing something. Then you see the cage come down, and then
I don't know why, but I expected them to pull out swords. They were all like digging under there, like, ha ha!
I was so confused. I almost thought they were like, Raw's done. You guys can finish your match, but we're closing
Yeah, they're
everything.
like, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were
I really
disassembling
thought-
the ring.
Me too.
I was like,
Like,
did you guys
what's
run over?
happening?
Did you guys run over time? Like,
Yeah.
is the building kicking you out right
I
now?
like,
seriously
don't mind
thought that
us, don't mind
was
us.
happening. Yeah.
fire department just showed up. We got to shut down.
You know, for a match that we've seen a few times, I still enjoyed this Orton Reigns match. And I tend to like faster paced matches.
Yeah.
They're a bit brooding and a bit slow, but I don't know. There's something about these two that work well together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both do work really well. The one thing, and Johnny, you brought this up watching it, it was the battle of the two guys who have sort of like contrived setups to all of their moves.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
At one point,
Reigns needs to sell better for sure.
that
but
that too.
that'll happen.
He was getting beaten up the entire first half of the match, and then all of a sudden he just, all right, time to do my moves now. I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, he took a
Well,
lot of steel step hits, and then was, yeah.
Well, let's not forget about how Orton. This is the second time Orton destroyed him. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
month
For
ago.
SummerSlam, that was an epic ass beating.
Yeah.
He needed to, though. I mean,
Yeah.
as much as Orton has been putting people over, he has to have these moments
Yeah.
where he gets the comeuppance.
And Reigns has
Yeah.
to be vulnerable. You got to let Reigns be vulnerable, or else it's going to be a predetermined outcome every time he hits the ring.
Yeah, and that's what we.
And then people
we
are
don't
not going to like
kind
that.
of stuff. Yeah,
And that's sort of what made people hate Cena in the first place.
exactly.
If you're going to try to make him sort of like the anti-Cena, you need to have him have that vulnerability. You need to have him, like, the fact that he's doing such short promos is a very good idea.
Yes.
I'm sure he can talk, but I mean, you just come in, say my piece, and leave.
Yeah.
That's your character. You're a badass. You don't like talking. You just want to punch people in the face.
Yeah.
And can we talk about Seth Rollins going off the top of the cage?
Yes, that
Oh
too.
my goodness. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey Jericho, what's up?"
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. You started, I end the show.
That's good storytelling too. It's bookend.
Wait, could the bunny
Yeah.
be R-Truth?
No.
No.
Just kidding. He just said what's up, and I just thought of that. Yeah. So yeah, Seth Rollins just off the top of the cage, just being Seth Rollins, and that's what really obviously takes out Reigns. Next thing you know, what do we get? A bunch of things. As Michael Cole said, Reigns is a sitting duck. Whole bunch of chair shots, a choke slam, and then a
Lot of
curb
chair
stomp on a
shots.
chair.
Yeah.
Painful.
Epic ass beating number 2.
Yep. So the season premiere goes off on a sad note, I guess, if you.
That's how season premieres are supposed to be, though. You set up intrigue for the rest of the season.
That's what
Yeah.
they did.
Draws you in.
They did.
They did. Reigns got destroyed by the Authority, yo.
Yeah.
I dig it.
So overall thoughts. I mean, we don't know Night of Champions wise. To me, it looks like we're going to see Reigns Orton again.
Maybe it'll be a multi-man if Jericho decides to like do that as well. I hope they don't have Ambrose come back in.
Jericho Reigns versus the three of them.
Maybe. I hope Ambrose doesn't come back and
No,
it's too soon.
save him, man.
Yeah, I'd like to save that pop, but I don't know what you do. I don't want
Maybe-
it to be a clean.
And also a 2-on-3 would work. I mean, it's the Authority. They're a bunch of jerks anyways.
Yeah.
Jerks. Yeah.
But is Jericho? But they sold Jericho pretty.
Yeah.
I would think that's an injury that you would need to sell for a while.
But at the same time, Reigns got way more obliterated than Jericho did in this episode. I mean, Jericho, like, he hurt his knee, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still almost 2 weeks till the pay-per-view, so you figure it's like, keep one or both of them off next week. And, well, I guess next week is the...
Yeah, I mean, everything will be settled by next week, but actually, someone in chat roll, Lake 85, said the bunny is Prince Devitt. God, I hope not.
Oh, Lord.
That'd be the worst waste of talent in the history of talent.
Please, no.
No.
Oh, man.
But I just saw that and I had to say it, because not only is it funny, but it's also frightening.
That is, yeah, that is kind of funny, though.
Jesus.
I mean, it wasn't...
Kid, you're on TV tonight. Great. Put this bunny outfit on. Oh, God.
I hate America already.
Yeah, I know.
but it's like, kid, you like the body painting. This is just the next evolution of that.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Good
man.
God almighty. Overall season premiere thoughts, Kaori?
I thought it was a pretty good Raw. It wasn't the best, but I had some entertaining moments.
Favorite part, other than Cesaro taking his shirt off?
Fine. I actually liked the ending. Kind of came as a surprise, and I liked it.
Very true. Dale, thoughts on the premiere? Season premiere. I only get to say this once a year. I'm going to say it as many times as we need to.
All right, the season premiere was pretty good. I mean, I don't know that I have a favorite moment. Paul Heyman saying Cena sucks about 40 times. I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, let me take that back. Actually, Cena.
Cena repeat.
Yeah, I like
that whole
Cena
segment.
was my moment.
Yeah, that whole segment was great.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's funny because we're talking about Cena, but Heyman, like, going out to the crowd and just begging John Cena to just say you suck and shut.
Yeah.
Just like, yo, does the rap? Man.
that was funny.
The greatest Jewish rapper since Matisyahu.
Thugonomics.
They had some
The
random
only Jewish rappers
posters
I can think of.
in the
You don't
audience.
know what I do on my weekends.
Really good poster. Shout out to Baltimore. Really funny poster. I saw Whoopi on a poster.
Whoopi Goldberg poster.
Who knows?
Yeah, they know
Not
what's
sure
up.
why, but way to be creative.
Is that where Sister Act took place, maybe?
Yeah, Sister Act 2, actually.
Actually, I think that's true.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh, we all believed you for a second. Like, oh, damn.
Lauren Hill was there. That's
Yes,
all
she
I know.
was.
That's
Pre-Fuji.
all I know. My favorite part was Thea Trinidad. What's up, girl?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
That's right. Nat, what do you think?
I mean, it was a good progression episode. I mean, it wasn't the most exciting or anything, but everything like sort of served a purpose and like pushed forward the storyline.
Except for Jerry Springer.
It's yeah.
That still is a pushing forward of a storyline.
You just described a season premiere.
But at the same time, the last like 2 weeks, like were just like placeholders of just like wait for it, wait for it. My favorite episode, or favorite moment, hands down, had to have been the crowd doing the Olay chant at Sami Zayn while the announcers are plugging Kenta on WWE Raw.
The NXT match in general. I think that this
So
is
surreal to me.
smart cross promotion. You're doing this quarterly takeover situation. Why wouldn't you advertise? I mean, it was basically an in-programming advertisement.
Yeah.
That is one of the most entertaining segments that we saw of the night. And people who don't watch NXT got exposed to some great wrestling. They should do that way more
Really
often.
good wrestling.
And as far as advertisements go, you show me Neville's finisher, I'll buy whatever you're selling.
No doubt.
Seriously, though.
Carl Jr. should have the red arrow in all of their commercials.
Carl's Jr.?
Yes.
Okay, I thought Carl Jr. was like
Carl Jr.
just a lesser spin-off of Carl. Like they were brothers that just like, no, I'm the real Junior. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
You're funny.
Kaori, put yourself over.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, meaning, say your
What was your moment, though? You didn't tell us.
Oh,
your
I
moment.
mean, I'm not going to disagree. Cena, Heyman, Seth Rollins, Jericho, both going off the top of Steel Cage, and John Cena saying, "Who cares about JJ Bella?" made me laugh really loud.
Okay.
That's true. You did laugh loud.
Yeah.
So put yourself over.
All right. You can find me on Twitter as well as Instagram at KAORIOUS, Kaorius.
Kaorius.
That's right.
What? Dale, put yourself over.
You can find me at The Walking Dale on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find Johnny and myself on Nerdist.com, the Wrestling Compadres. Wednesday, we will have Jessica Chobot from Nerdist News and Eva Marie.
We had to sit down with Eva Marie, and guys, give her a chance. It was actually a really cool interview.
I was shocked.
I heard she's
Yes.
really nice.
Yeah.
She was very nice, and she was very humble, and it's a very interesting interview. So check it out. Nat.
You can find me on Twitter at NatBaymel, and if you're around the corner from NXT, I'll actually be in Vero Beach, Florida, October 3rd and 4th, performing at the Comedy Zone.
Boom. Like Dale said, Wrestling and Padres. Next week, I'm going to miss here. I'm going to be in Vegas, September 5th. Wait, you're booing me or booing the fact that I'll be gone?
Boo!
Either one's acceptable. If you're in Vegas, September 15th to the 21st, I'm going to be at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club at the MGM. It's an amazing spot, so hit me up, and I'll see you in Vegas. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the season premiere. If you watch it again, I hope you enjoyed our season premiere. Season premiere. See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.